So I'm not sure, did you want part 2 of the Great Potato War or not? I'm just kidding. You know that's what we're checking out today. Let's get into it. More Potato War. Welcome back, friends, and a special welcome to all the new friends out there. I'm YoBGS, player of games, speedrunner of some, world record holder in a few. Now, I know this video is a little bit late today, but I have a good reason right there. So you may not have noticed, but I'll go ahead and show you here. Oh boy. So I found some old friends today, including this beat up boy right here. Oh, I should probably move my finger off the important part. I actually found this guy in a parking lot back in the day. The rest of them are in a little bit better condition, but because this one is the most loved, he's my best friend, and I'm going to sit him down there. Now, enough of my random day adventures aside. By the way, all of those up there, more Pokemon cards from the red, blue, yellow days. Maybe we'll go through those another time. Now, when I asked you if I should react to part 2 and 3 of the Great Potato Wars, the answer was unanimous. You wanted to see me check out the rest of the Potato Wars. We need to know what happened to Squid Kid. We need to know if Technoblade's going to hold on to his lead. There are so many unanswered questions. Will the loitering continue? Who will bring home the potatoes? Will the international potato market crash? With that, let's get into the Great Potato War, Part 2. All right, so a few things before we get started today. You know the drill. If there's anything you want me to react to, please let me know down below. Also, I have a question for you. So I have a Twitch channel. Should I start streaming? Let me know below if it's something you'd be down with, and I need to know if I should do Part 3. If you guys aren't down with it, I suppose we can leave the series here. Don't forget, while you're here, subscribe to join the good times. I'm this close to 10K, which blows my mind. Okay, you're here for Technoblade, right? You're here for me to talk about Technoblade. Let's get into it. Look at these. All I'm seeing right now are potato fields. Let's get into it. I have been waiting all week for this.
The other day I was farming potatoes by hand when a man visited my island.
So
and asked,
fast.
Why? Didn't you already win the Potato War? But no, the Potato Wars never ended. To understand how things ended up like this,
You never win the Potato War. You just become the last casualty of the Potato War.
Gotta go back to November, when I dethroned Squid Kid and became the #1 potato farmer in Skyblock.
By the way, thank you all for letting me know that Squid Kid is in fact a college kid and a successful YouTuber. I kind of want to look at Squid's videos and see his side of things after we get all of Technoblade's version. So, yeah, thank you very much for that. I'm looking forward to that part. But right now, already, what do you want?
Went to his island and laughed at him for half an hour. Oh. Then my co-op members showed up, and we all started laughing at him.
Oh,
it was
no!
Not a good day for Squid Kid. He updated it.
Wow, he let Techno come back. Oh, that hurts so bad.
And then I left. Squid warned me that he wasn't giving up on rank #1, but I didn't care, so I uploaded the Great Potato War. But in the days after that, I did nothing. I'd spent so long working to become #1. Now
it looks like he's got pumpkins, though. Maybe he's going after pumpkins this time around.
I didn't feel anything at all. I had no idea what to do with myself. I mean, the video did all right, but not nearly enough to justify the time I had spent.
By the way, have you ever grinded to #1 in something? I mentioned that with Animation Throwdown, I had spent all of my energy on one event. And lo and behold, that event rolled into the next one. And all of a sudden, that was gone instantaneously. So I get the sentiment. Like, you're done. What do you do now?
Spent on it. And after I uploaded it,
we live, Technoblade. That's what we do. We live.
So many people started using potato minions that the price of potatoes dropped 30% in the auction house. My plans to become rich had failed both in-game and in real life.
He's now
but at least
busted.
I had my potato rank. But when I visited Squid Kid's island 3 days later, what I found shocked me. He had 23 minion slots. Now, when I made the Great Potato War, some people criticized me for violating Sun Tzu's most basic tenet. Whatever you do, don't reveal all your techniques in a YouTube video. You fool. You moron. But my belief...
That Sun Tzu was ahead of his time. I'm all about it.
The Potato War was already over, hadn't been baseless. Between my 3 extra minion slots, most of Squid's minions not being max level, and the price of catalysts skyrocketing due to needing the same materials as a new quest, Squid Kid would need almost 100 million coins to catch up.
Oh, he did.
And I knew for a fact he was broke. I decided to do some investigative journalism. I'd seen a new sign on Squid's Island advertising his new guild. So I did what any normal person would do and bought another alt account, and then I infiltrated the guild. But
he joined the guild. We're 2 minutes into this video, and it's already Sabotage.
I found confirmed my worst fears. People were helping Squid Kid. I'd cyberbullied Squid too hard. People had seen the video, felt bad, and gone to his island to hand him the spare items he needed to make more slots, or in some cases just pay him millions of coins, all with the express purpose of defeating Technoblade once and
items
for all.
I need
now
to
I can't
beat
complain
Technoblade.
about other people getting...
See, that's the problem. Technoblade was not a benevolent potato king, and now the potato minions quite literally have risen up against him. How will he defend his buttery throne? Because I'm assuming he's wearing butter armor here.
Stuff, but watching tens of millions get given to my arch nemesis by my own viewers, it was a problem. In a week, he had a farm even stronger than my own. My worst fears had been realized. Squid was catching up. If I wanted to remain #1, I had to act fat.
I appreciate these confessionals out in the forest. It's like Technoblade is a contestant on Survivor, or like Big Brother or something. He goes out into the woods to film himself in nature thinking of these new strategies.
Once more I consulted the wisdom of ancient times. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. I couldn't let Squid learn of my plans,
Indeed,
so I
my
boarded up
friends.
the Potato Dome. I hired goons and swore them to secrecy. I knew Squid would be monitoring my actions, so I started...
All right, you see that Rick and Morty... By the way, I know I need to check out SMP, that whole series. You guys have recommended that one, so I'm on board with that. But this whole thing reminds me of that Rick and Morty, you know, where he's recruiting the crew, and then there's sabotage and counter-sabotage. I'm worried that some of these... There's too many people. Technoblade's going to have to kill everyone. Otherwise, the secrets are going to leak.
An SMP series to throw him off the trail. And like that, I began my plan. I knew there was only one way to defeat Squid once and for all, by building a farm so powerful it reached the theoretical potato limit. And
Please.
To do that, I would have to do
Let's
something
go.
no solo
I'm
player
so
had
excited.
never done before. Unlock the 24th minion slot. It wasn't going to be easy. Fortunately, I'd already reached 100 million coins by selling potatoes before prices had fallen. I paid my goons to start gathering the resources we needed, whether that was by purchasing directly from NPCs or scouring the auction.
Wait, so are the goons... So the goons aren't people from Technoblade's community, right? The goons are his minions?
House 24/7. In the meantime, I headed to the Spider's Den, where I fought Tier 4 Tarantula bosses until I reached Spider Slayer 5,
Whoa, that's
unlocking
cool.
the Tarantula minion, which gave several new minion crafts. Progress was steady, but we soon encountered an obstacle. Enchanted mud, and it was such a useless item that even if you had the money to pay for it, nobody was selling it on the auction house. I had to go on a manhunt to find...
Oh my god. So, okay, this reminds me of... Shout out to all my friends out there if you ever played Final Fantasy 11. So here was the thing with Final Fantasy 11. All of the items you needed to level up your crafting. I'm still looking at my... I gotta put this somewhere. But all of the items that were used for purposes of crafting in... Oh, that's unfortunate. In Final Fantasy 11 were basically, like, you only needed them for crafting. So there was no reason to ever sell them. It was just to level up your crafting. So nobody was ever selling any of the things you needed to level up. You had to buy, or you had to go farm them, which took forever, and it was just a disaster.
Someone who was actually using sheep minions so I could trade for it directly.
It's
This
okay,
guy
hit
says
mama.
he has some
I still
enchanted button for me. Wait, you're not pulling a Fugle, are you? You wanted some enchanted sugar cane, so that's the approximate equivalent in value. Pleasure doing business with you, Fugle. I partially forgive you for your past crimes.
I appreciate the
Alright,
roleplay.
it took 3 days and over 80 million coins, but we finally got all the materials.
I'm familiar with Hypixel now, but I need to know, if you were a starting player, what could you do with 80 million coins? Like, if I started Hypixel today and had 80 million coins, I'm guessing I could do pretty much
You
anything
need to craft just...
other than potatoes.
Look at this. It's beautiful. It's so organized. These are enough to make 50 unique crafts, and then we'll have 24 minion slots. So we're just gonna speed up the craft in here.
There he goes. We did it,
boys! The 24th minion was up, and my farm
He needed a montage since he didn't put any music in.
was now producing 1,067,000 potatoes per day. I now had the maximum number of minions, but if I wanted to make the greatest possible potato farm, there was still one upgrade I needed to get. An upgrade even dumber than all the past upgrades combined. Unfortunately, the website I used to stock Squid Kid's auction bids revealed that he was already working on it. I had no other choice. I once said that the most useless item...
The website he uses to stalk Squid Kid. There are sketch comedy YouTubers who make jokes about breaking up with their boyfriend and stalking them that do not include this level of detail. Technoblade is a jilted ex-lover without the fun of having the lover part. I hope I never end up on Technoblade's bad side.
The game is a minion expander, but that was before I learned about the flycatcher. The flycatcher is an upgrade which increased minion speed by 10%, 5% more than the minion expanders I was currently using.
Of course.
Technoblade, that sounds great. Wrong. You would not believe how difficult it is to make a flycatcher. First, you need a fly swatter, which drops from less than 1% of high-level tarantula bosses, and then you need over 10 million coins worth of tarantula silk. I'll give you guys a quick visual of how many materials were...
Can we get a running total of the money that has been spent on this right now? I think he's at like 250 million coins.
We're gonna need some of this, a little bit of this too, some of this, some of that, some of these,
of course,
and a little bit of that.
Of course.
And if we combine all of that together, we can make one flycatcher. I need 24 of these. It was a daunting task, but I knew we had to start immediately. I'd been stalking Squid Kid's Twitter, so I knew he was a college student, and it was late November. Exam season. Squid Kid would be at his weakest. We had to get as many flycatchers as we could.
See, that's where you dropped the ball, because also exam time on college campuses is also Adderall time on college campuses. So I don't know Squid Kid from Adam, you know? But I'm just saying, maybe he's got a little bit extra oomph to make them potatoes.
I once more gathered my goons and ordered them to acquire the needed materials. My main problem was money. I still had a few tens of millions of coins left over, but if I wanted 24 flycatchers, that wasn't even close to enough.
I hope he paid off the mortgage on his house. I just remembered he mortgaged his house to play this game. I'm hoping he eventually straightened that out.
Fortunately, the Potato Dome was making over 3 million coins per day, not including the cost of buying catalyst, which was not an issue for me. Remember when I flexed on all of you with my chest full of catalysts? Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I was holding back. One of the things I did to raise money was grind
candy. And now the price is through the roof.
Which is how I unlocked this skeleton horse pet, which was a huge flex back in November, and now nobody cares at all. But the important thing about this skeleton horse pet is that there's actually a bug that most people don't know about. The skeleton horse can trample crops on other people's islands.
No.
Just kidding. I'd never do something like that.
No.
Because I'm a good person. It turns out it's really easy to glitch through doors, so the people visited my island formed an orderly queue to wait their turn to break into the dome. This community is the worst. Getting tarantula silk was taking weeks, but getting the fly swatters was actually quite easy. Sure, it's an incredibly rare boss drop, but the thing is it's only useful for making flycatchers, an item which literally only 2 people on the server were going for, which is how my alt account ended up in a bidding war with Squid Kid.
Seriously? Click here to join. Let's see. Bid of 288,000. Squid Kid outbid you by 34,000. Invited you to their party. Oh no. Join.
Why did he sent me a party invite?
Join.
Now he's in the guild chat.
Pommes de terre. Why did you outbid me? Uh-oh.
Pommes de terre.
You were kicked from the guild.
And I've been kicked. The people breaking into the dome have now started a potato cult. I don't know how to feel about this. It ended up taking 5 weeks of constant grinding, but on Christmas Eve, we finally had 24 flycatchers.
Seriously?
This was largely thanks to this man who used his expert business skills to outsource the work to dozens of Skyblock tryhards, ultimately contributing 3,000 stacks of tarantula webs, for which I paid over 100 million coins.
What? So wait a minute. He's now up to, I believe, 350 million coins for all of the everything so far.
We'd finally done it. We'd created the strongest possible potato farm, producing
Why?
1,129,000 potatoes per day. Unfortunately,
increase.
Squid's army wasn't slacking off either, and 2 weeks later, he too had the strongest theoretical potato farm. Now the only way for him to catch up would be to farm potatoes by hand, and he had already started. I spent 10 hours constructing a gigantic potato farm covering over 21,000 blocks.
Unbelievable.
For the next part of my plan, I went to Hypixel. Yeah, this
21,000 blocks. That is... Okay, so it would be 21,000 square, right? So that would be 200 by 100? Am I doing the math right? That is... How big was the original map in Minecraft for, like, Xbox 360? I feel like he has just made a map of Potato Farm.
mine.
You just rob it and sell it.
I'll just be taking this. Oh, this is good. I've been pretty broke recently. If you're wondering why I borrowed one of the strongest weapons in the game, it's because the Reaper Scythe has an ability that's crucial for farming potatoes. Now that I had it, I could finally... My farm is finally complete.
You have to be kidding. Can you burn someone's farm to the ground? Does Squid Kid have the zombie horse? Can Squid Kid come? No, because if Squid Kid came over, I bet, well, because this is the hand farming area.
And it only takes 85 minutes to replant. I made an AFK machine on my island so planted potatoes would keep growing even when I wasn't online.
Unreal.
For a few days in January, there was a bug affecting a lot of farming minions. Potato minions were only making 33% the potatoes they were supposed to. Like any normal person, I immediately asked myself, how can I use this information to destroy my enemies? Hey, Squid, notice anything about your minions lately? Yeah?
Island disallows
fried potatoes for so long that I began to question my sanity. I knew it was bad when one time, after finishing planting potatoes, I took a nap, and when I woke up I had no idea how long I'd been asleep, but when I checked my farm, I instantly knew, these potatoes have been growing for 3.5 hours. Shut up, I don't have a problem. Overall, Squid ended up farming over 1 million potatoes by hand. In that same time, I farmed over 5 million. I had to replant this entire field 19 times!
What?
Every day I monitored Squid.
What? What about, like, you know, showering and, like, I don't know, the grocery store and content? Did no content happen from Technoblade at this point?
It's live streams on Twitch to the point where I amassed 9,000 channel points. I made sure to farm potatoes whenever he was live to demoralize him.
Is he really planting potatoes too? We're gonna go check. This dude has a mental illness.
As time went on, you could begin to hear the hope.
He amassed 9,000 channel points in Squid Kid's Twitch, trolling him. Well, I guess he wasn't trolling him. I guess he was just idling. So in part 2, now Technoblade is idling in the real world. If in part 3, Technoblade finds a way into Squid Kid's home, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm very concerned about this.
I just can't believe how much he's farming. We need Minecraft Mondays to come back.
At this point, I was pretty confident in winning the potato war, but the problem is I had no idea how large my lead was. I can see my own potato count and what rank I am, but Squid has disabled the API setting that allows other people to see exactly how many potatoes he's at. Little does he know I have spent the last 4 months meticulously updating a spreadsheet of our potato counts, which I did by crawling through his farm and timing each of his minions with the stopwatch every day to calculate his exact potato output. Based on the math, I should be...
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. There's no way. There is zero way. Can somebody who knows the situation explain? Did he really? Or is he memeing me?
About 22 million potatoes ahead, which would take over 200 hours of farming by hand
to
catch up. At that point, I thought the potato war was truly over. But everything changed with the pet update. The first change is that flycatchers got buffed to plus 20%, instantly increasing my potato farm's yield to 1,231,000 potatoes per day. Of course, the main part of the pet update was the pets themselves. I immediately started looking for a pet that would help me win the war. Unfortunately, none of the pets seemed geared towards potato farming. The best option I could find was the rabbit pet, which gave a small boost to your farming experience. A higher farming level gives you a small chance to get extra potatoes when you farm them by hand, so I figured the rabbit pet would probably help me farm potatoes, maybe 1% faster. It could be epic at worst, but we want legendary, please.
Wow,
it turned out rabbit pets had a secret third ability that only legendary variants had, which increased the speed of farming minions by up to 30%. And Squid had no idea it existed! I had to level up my rabbit as fast as possible, and since pet experience is based on skill experience, I decided to grind alchemy. You see, alchemy is the rich man's skill, alright? If you have the money to burn on expensive ingredients, you can level up insanely quickly. And this was almost...
This is so... Here's genius. Here's madness. Techno is somewhere. And I don't know. And there's 2 minutes left in this video. I'm scared.
2 months after I'd finished spending all my money on flycatchers, I had money to burn. I spent so many hours brewing potions that I ended up ranked 4 globally in alchemy. You want to know what level my rabbit is today? 96.
What is he?
This experience requirement is ridiculous. And in this time, Squid was fishing to level up his epic squid pet. It wasn't until 4 days after the update that he learned about the legendary rabbit and got one of his own. But it was too late. His pet sucks. It's level like 65 or something. Thanks to the rabbit pet, my minions now produce 1,586,000 potatoes per day. It's difficult to calculate exactly what my potato lead is right now because the rabbit pet only works when you're online, but the pet update has definitely pushed it to at least 25 million. Since the war began, I have farmed 158 million potatoes.
Time out. So remember when Squid Kid had like 5 million and that was a big deal? This is like power levels in DBZ. The next time we come around, they're going to have 1 billion potatoes. And I don't know, it makes it a little bit difficult for someone new to get into the potato game. How can you get potatoes when this is... I don't know. I'm going to become like the Birchwood god. I think I'm going to get into Hypixel and I'm going to be the Birchwood lord. Maybe that's what I'll do. But... I think he's about to get got. I'm waiting for a bombshell
which
here.
In hot potato books is over 6,000. I ain't losing this spot. One last thing I'd like to mention. While I was stalking Squid on my alt, the entire lobby was just piling.
How do you have rank YouTube? I'm a Squid Kid. Leech Technoblade. I applied my requirements. Technoblade helped me a ton because of Techno. Techno made you. You were nothing before Techno. Oh my God. No. The psychological warfare.
On him in the chat. They were just hating on him. You see, after the first Potato War video, Squid got 40,000 subscribers in the YouTube rank, and ever since then he's been getting hate because, oh my God, he just got YouTube rank because of Technoblade. It's all luck. He sucks. I just like to take a moment to defend Squid Kid and say it's not all luck. I mean, luck was obviously a big factor. Nobody's denying that. But the thing is, most opportunities are created by luck. It takes skill to grasp those opportunities.
That's actually a very true thing. They say that luck is where opportunity meets preparation. If you are prepared to get lucky and the chance to get lucky comes up, that's what you've got. I mean, like the whole reason I've got my channel is because I speedrun and I happened to check YouTube at the same time Jaden uploaded a video about speedrunning. So luck and opportunity and preparation are huge for luck. So I really dig what Techno's saying here.
And turn it into success. The original Potato War video would have been so much less funny if Squid wasn't #1 and it was just some random boring guy. Now I talked to Squid afterwards. He's an adult. He doesn't care at all, but I care, all right? So if you see Squid in a lobby, say something nice to him. Compliment his hair or something, because he's been dealing with cringe hate for too long, man.
Who kidnapped Technoblade? This is a Technoblade body double. Watch. Technoblade. Blink if it's really you.
We gotta help him. That being said, if Squid
Exactly.
Kid thinks he can take my potato rank, he'd better go farm for 1,000,000 years. It ain't happening, dude. You think I've been insane in this video? Wrong. There's actually so many techniques and strategies that I can't even put in this video because he hasn't discovered them yet. I'm keeping them in reserve. You have no idea. This man's been playing checkers while I've been farming potatoes. He's through.
Do we believe that, friends? Check down below, or comment down below. Do you believe that Techno has built an insurmountable lead? Why would there be a part 3? If Techno had built an insurmountable lead, why would Squid Kid have all of these videos that you're all telling me I should watch if there was no insurmountable, or if there was an insurmountable lead? I'm not buying it, friends. I'm not buying it. That was Techno was too nice at the end of that video. He is resting on his laurels. This is not going to end well for Techno. This is going to end well for Squid Kid. I think this is going to end well for us, but I do not think this is going to end well for Technoblade. I've been told, I believe, part 3 is the finale of everything, so we will find that out shortly. But in the meantime, my friends, I hope you've had a great day. I hope that this lived up to the hype. I can't wait for part 3. I'm thinking maybe part 3 will come on Friday. I haven't really planned that out yet, but for now, I'm going to say part 3 on Friday. So thanks for checking this out again. Remember, you can subscribe to join the Good Times, my crew here on YouTube, and I will see you for the Salty Run Back. Take care, friends.